Few films have left as lasting an impression as Titanic, 1997, a sweeping epic that turned a historic tragedy into one of cinema's most unforgettable love stories. Nearly 3 decades later, the faces we saw aboard the grand ship have changed, but their performances remain timeless. You might be surprised. Some cast members have tragically passed away, some have quietly stepped away from the spotlight, while others went on to earn hundreds of millions thanks to their roles. Let's take a closer look. Leonardo DiCaprio as Jack Dawson. Leonardo DiCaprio was born on November 11, 1974, in Los Angeles, California. At the age of 22, he played Jack Dawson in Titanic, 1997, a free-spirited, charming young artist who wins a third-class ticket aboard the ill-fated ship and falls in love with Rose DeWitt Bukater. The role brought DiCaprio worldwide fame, showcasing Jack's adventurous spirit, bravery, and selflessness, making him one of the most beloved romantic leads in film history. Outside of Titanic, he impressed with roles like Howard Hughes in The Aviator, 2004, an ambitious pilot and filmmaker, and Dom Cobb in Inception, 2010, a skilled thief navigating the world of dreams. His talent earned him the Oscar for Best Actor for The Revenant, 2015, along with numerous nominations across diverse roles, solidifying his reputation as a versatile and gifted actor. But Leo's personal life has often rivaled his on-screen roles in intrigue. He's famously dated numerous models, often ending relationships when they reach 25, a trend that's sparked plenty of social media buzz. Beyond the dating headlines, he's also a passionate environmentalist, founding the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation to fight climate change, though he's faced criticism for his use of private jets. By 2025, at 51 years old, he remains single, with no signs of slowing down in either his career or his mission to protect the planet. Kate Winslet as Rose DeWitt Bukater. Kate Winslet was born on October 5, 1975, in Reading, Berkshire, England. At age 21, she portrayed Rose DeWitt Bukater in Titanic, 1997, a vibrant first-class passenger trapped in a loveless engagement to Cal Hockley, until she meets Jack Dawson and discovers freedom. The role catapulted Winslet to international recognition, establishing her as one of cinema's most beloved heroines. She also captivated audiences as Hannah Schmitz in The Reader, 2008, a performance that earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress. With multiple Golden Globe and BAFTA wins, she's proven her incredible range across a variety of roles. Behind her impressive career, Winslet has been married 3 times, to Jim Threppleton, 1998 to 2001, Sam Mendes, 2003 to 2011, and currently to Edward Abel Smith since 2012, with 3 children from these relationships. By 2025, she's 50 years old, continuing to shine in her craft while balancing family life and her passion for acting. Gloria Stuart as Old Rose. Gloria Stuart was born on July 4, 1910 in Santa Monica, California. At 87, she portrayed Old Rose in Titanic, 1997, the elderly version of Rose DeWitt Bukater, who recalls her emotional love story with Jack aboard the doomed ship, bringing grace and emotional depth to the role that earned her widespread acclaim. Her return in Titanic marked a major career revival, making her the oldest actress ever nominated for an Oscar. Off-screen, Stewart was married twice, to Blair Gordon Newell, 1930 to 1934, and then to Arthur Sheikman until his passing. She had 1 daughter. Later in life, her health declined due to lung cancer. She passed away on September 26, 2010, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 100, leaving behind a legacy as a timeless Hollywood icon. Billy Zane as Cal Hockley. Billy Zane was born on February 24, 1966, in Chicago, Illinois. At age 31, he played Cal Hockley in Titanic, 1997, Rose's wealthy, controlling fiancé, who embodied the arrogance and power of the upper class. His jealousy and possessiveness added dramatic tension to the film. Zane's performance brought both charm and menace to the role, making Cal one of the film's most memorable antagonists. Before taking on this villainous role, he was known for playing the classic superhero in The Phantom, 1996. His career spans multiple genres, and his talent as a painter has led to his work being displayed in galleries. Zane's personal life has been just as colorful. He was engaged to Lisa Collins from 1989 to 1995, and later to model Kelly Brook from 2005 to 2008. Currently, he lives with Candace Neal, with whom he has 2 daughters, though they are not officially married. By 2025, at 59 years old, he continues to maintain a unique presence in the entertainment world. Frances Fisher as Ruth DeWitt Bukater. Frances Fisher was born on May 11, 1952 in Milford-on-Sea, Hampshire, England. At the age of 45, she portrayed Ruth DeWitt Bukater in Titanic, 1997. Rose's aristocratic and stern mother, who pressures her daughter into marrying Cal to secure the family's financial future, embodying the complex conflict between love and societal expectations. Fisher brought both elegance and emotional depth to the role. She also appeared in Unforgiven, 1992, as Strawberry Alice, and in The Host, 2013, in a supporting role rich with nuance. Her career has spanned stage, film, and television, often portraying strong, multifaceted women. Beyond her work in Hollywood, Fisher's personal life has drawn attention as well. She had a long-term relationship with Clint Eastwood, 1989 to 1995, with whom she shares a daughter, though the couple never married. Now 73, she remains active as an advocate for environmental and social issues. Kathy Bates as Molly Brown. Kathy Bates was born on June 28, 1948 in Memphis, Tennessee. At age 49, she took on the role of Molly Brown in Titanic, 1997, a warm and humorous first-class passenger who befriends Jack Dawson and shows resilience in the face of rigid class divisions aboard the ship. Her performance highlighted Bates's trademark charm and authenticity, breathing life into the real-life figure known as the unsinkable Molly Brown. She's also widely recognized for her Oscar-winning role as Annie Wilkes in Misery, 1990, and her later Emmy-winning performances in American Horror Story. But Bates's life hasn't been without struggle. She was married to Tony Campisi from 1991 to 1997 and has since remained single. Having battled ovarian and breast cancer, she has become a passionate advocate for health awareness. By 2025, at age 77, she continues to inspire with her resilience and exceptional talent. Victor Garber as Thomas Andrews. Victor Garber was born on March 16, 1949, in London, Ontario, Canada. At 48, he portrayed Thomas Andrews in Titanic, 1997, the kind and gifted shipbuilder tormented by the lack of lifeboats and who faced his fate with quiet dignity. Garber brought a thoughtful, human touch to the role. Just 3 years later, he stood out in Legally Blonde, 2001, as Professor Callahan, and in Argo, 2012, as Ambassador Ken Taylor. His dedication to the craft earned him numerous Tony nominations, showcasing his stage success. In his private life, Garber married Rainer Andresen in 2015 after 16 years of dating, choosing to keep their relationship largely private. As of 2025, at age 76, he remains active in the industry and is widely respected for his professionalism and talent. Bill Paxton as Brock Lovett. Bill Paxton was born on May 17, 1955 in Fort Worth, Texas. At 42, he played Brock Lovett in Titanic, 1997, a modern-day treasure hunter searching for the heart of the ocean, whose character arc shifts from greed to empathy after hearing Rose's story. Paxton infused the role with both charm and subtle transformation. Before this, he made memorable appearances in Aliens, 1986, as the unforgettable Hudson, and in Apollo 13, 1995, as astronaut Fred Hayes, gaining further acting depth. He later earned a Golden Globe nomination for Big Love. Paxton's personal life, however, was as eventful as his career. He was married to Louise Newberry from 1987 until his passing, with whom he had 2 children. He died on February 25, 2017, in Los Angeles, California, at age 61 due to complications following heart surgery, leaving behind a rich legacy in entertainment. Bernard Hill as Captain Edward John Smith. Bernard Hill was born on December 17, 1944, in Manchester, England. At 52, he embodied Captain Edward John Smith in Titanic, 1997, the dignified commander of the ship who maintained composure during the disaster, showing both leadership and silent sorrow. Hill added gravitas and compassion to the role. Prior to portraying the captain, he was known for playing King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings trilogy and Yoser Hughes in Boys from the Black Stuff, 1982, roles that helped him channel the calm authority needed for Smith. With his considerable talent, Hill also enjoyed a stable personal life. He married Mariana Hill and has a son, though he tends to keep his family life private. As of 2025, at 81, he remains beloved for his contributions to cinema. David Warner as Spicer Lovejoy. David Warner was born on July 29, 1941, in Manchester, England. At the age of 56, he played Spicer Lovejoy in Titanic, 1997, the cold, loyal valet of Cal Hockley, who pursued Jack and Rose with a quiet menace. Warner brought a tense authority to the role. Before stepping aboard the ill-fated ship, he had already appeared in The Omen, 1976, as Keith Jennings and Tron, 1982, as Ed Dillinger, as if paving the way for future success. However, Warner's personal life contrasted sharply with his steady career. He was married twice, first to Harriet Lidgren, 1969 to 1972, then to Sheila Kent, 1979 to 2005, and had 1 son. Sadly, he passed away on July 24, 2022 in London, England, at the age of 80 due to lung cancer, leaving behind a rich legacy in the industry. Jonathan Hyde as Bruce Ismay. Jonathan Hyde was born on May 21, 1948, in Brisbane, Australia. At 49, he portrayed Bruce Ismay in Titanic, 1997, the White Star Line executive who pressured Captain Smith and cowardly secured a spot on a lifeboat. Hyde infused the character with arrogance and vulnerability. 2 years before this role, he stood out in Jumanji, 1995, as Van Pelt, and later in The Mummy, 1999, as Dr. Alan Chamberlain, a run of success that led him to the Titanic. Behind this steady career, Hyde married Isabel Buchanan in 1980 and has 2 daughters. As of 2025, at age 77, he remains active and happily enjoys life with his family. Danny Nucci as Fabrizio. Danny Nucci was born on September 15, 1968, in Klagenfurt, Austria. At 28, he played Fabrizio De Rossi in Titanic, 1997, Jack Dawson's cheerful and loyal best friend, offering optimism amidst tragedy on the ship. Nucci brought charm and sincerity to the role. Just a year prior, he had appeared in The Rock, 1996, as Lieutenant Shepard, and in Crimson Tide, 1995, as Danny Rivetti, adding variety to his career. Despite a seemingly successful path, Nucci's personal life has seen its ups and downs. He was married to Terry Bridgham from 1995 to 1998, and later to Paula Marshall in 2003, with whom he has 2 daughters. By 2025, at 57, he remains active in the entertainment industry, Suzy Amis as Lizzie Calvert. Suzy Amis was born on January 5, 1962, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. At 35, she played Lizzie Calvert in Titanic, 1997, Rose's granddaughter, bringing warmth and curiosity to her character as she helped uncover her grandmother's past. To capture this gentle presence, she had previously starred in The Usual Suspects, 1995, as Edie Finneran, and Twister, 1889, as Maureen, roles that prepared her for this heartfelt performance. However, just as her career was gaining momentum, she stepped away from acting to focus on family and environmental causes. Amis married director James Cameron in 2000, and they have 3 children. Later, she co-founded the MUSE School, dedicated to sustainable education for her children and the wider community. As of 2025, at 63, she lives peacefully with her family and continues her environmental work. Eric Braeden as John Jacob Astor IV. Eric Braeden was born on April 3, 1941, in Bredenbeck, Germany. At 56, he portrayed John Jacob Astor IV in Titanic, 1997, the ship's wealthiest passenger, embodying poise and concern for his young wife during the disaster. Braeden brought nuance to the role. He had already gained fame as Victor Newman on The Young and the Restless since 1980, and in Escape from the Planet of the Apes, 1971, showcasing the range of his career. As a result, he earned multiple Daytime Emmy Awards. Alongside his stable career, Braeden has also enjoyed a fulfilling personal life. He married Dale Russell Goodegast in 1966, and they have 1 son. Most recently, he overcame prostate cancer in 2023. By 2025, at age 84, he remains a revered figure in the industry. Ioan Gruffudd as 5th Officer Harold Lowe. Ioan Gruffudd was born on October 6, 1973, in Cardiff, Wales. At the age of 24, he portrayed 5th Officer Harold Lowe in Titanic, 1997, a heroic figure who returned to rescue survivors from the freezing water, showcasing courage and compassion. With his strength, Gruffudd brought a convincing presence to the role. Thanks to this compelling performance, he later stood out in Hornblower, 1998 to 2003, as Horatio Hornblower, and in Fantastic Four, 2005, as Reed Richards. Moving into his personal life, Gruffudd was married to Alice Evans from 2007 to 2021, with whom he has 2 children, though their divorce was highly publicized. As of 2025, at age 52, he continues his career with a distinct charm. Ewan Stewart as First Officer William Murdoch. Ewan Stewart was born on August 26, 1957, in Glasgow, Scotland. At 39, he played First Officer William Murdoch in Titanic, 1997, a capable yet conflicted officer who faced pressure during the disaster and made controversial decisions. With this nuanced role, Stewart brought depth and intensity to the screen. Following the success of Titanic, he appeared in Young Adam, 2003, as Daniel Gordon, and in Valhalla Rising, 2009, as Kane, building a notable career in British television. However, unlike his prominent career, Stewart's personal life remains rather private. He is married to Claire Byam Shaw and has 2 children. By 2025, at age 68, he still makes occasional screen appearances and is respected within the industry. Bernard Fox as Colonel Archibald Gracie. Bernard Fox was born on May 11, 1927, in Port Talbot, Wales. At 70, he portrayed Colonel Archibald Gracie in Titanic, 1997, a wealthy businessman who bravely tried to help others during the disaster, bringing a composed historical presence to the chaos. Fox delivered authenticity to the role, even as the film unfolded in moments of turmoil. Before boarding the ship, he had already gained fame in Bewitched, 1964 to 1972, as Dr. Bombay, and in The Mummy, 1999, as Winston Havelock, roles that left a signature mark on his career. But his personal life held more sorrow than his on-screen characters suggested. He was married to Jacqueline Fox from 1961 until his passing, and had 2 daughters. He died on December 14, 2016, in Van Nuys, California, at the age of 89, due to heart failure, leaving behind a joyful legacy in the industry. And there you have it, a look back at the unforgettable cast of Titanic and how far they've come since 1997. From heartbreak to Hollywood success, their journeys are as powerful as the film itself. Which cast member's transformation surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more iconic movie throwbacks. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.